Hi, Melody. Congratulations on reprising your Laurel play role here as Australia. What were
Nominated.
the differences you did in this play?
The differences from the original production, I think it's really grown. I think the heart is the same, but I also feel like the work has deepened, the research has deepened, the resources that they have had available to us, especially because we have so many Filipinos on the producing and creative team who really wanted to make that available to us. We have, Clint Ramos and Jose Antonio Vargas joining the lead producers. They've really been such an incredible resource. And I feel like the piece itself has deepened and grown. And I also feel like the world is a different place than when we did it 10 years ago. My goodness, so much has changed in politics, not only in this country and not only in the Philippines, but around the world. And so I feel like the message and the exploration of the story we are telling is even more resonant and more relevant now.
Mhm. And having also an all Filipino cast and produced also by Filipino talents, how amazing is that? How significant is that for you?
It's so incredible. I mean, as you know, what we spoke about when I did Easter Sunday, it's like when I first started my career, I was told, oh, people don't know where the Philippines is. They don't know what Filipinos are. So you should mutate yourself to fit into what other people's needs are in this industry. Whether it's change my name, learn another language, just be prepared to audition and play other roles besides my own ethnicity, play other ethnicities. This has been so profound and so powerful to be able to share this experience with such an incredible group of Filipina talent, young, some of these kids were like, some of the people in our show were like 12 when we first did the show. So to be able to share our experience and share our stories and share this history has been an incredible, has been just unbelievable and so powerful. Like last night, we had so many Filipinos in the audience. And
Yeah.
in the final number, to look out under the sea of faces, young and old, I mean, to dance with them and to see them tearing up, to see them throw up the Laban sign. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, like I was losing it. It was so emotional, so hopeful, and it was really incredible to witness and to know that, the others in the cast were so affected by it as well. Just was really very powerful.
Mhm. How important is it for you, for the younger generation, to know about this part of history?
I think it's incredibly important. There's like history is repeating itself. There is so much misinformation and disinformation. Um, you know, they're teaching in the schools again, they're just rewriting history. And the Marcoses are very good at perception. Perception is everything. So it's like they write their own truth and then people see it. They see it on Facebook. They see it, they learn it in their classrooms and they believe, oh, okay. And they forget all the history that's happened. They forget the lives that were lost. They forget the billions of dollars stolen. They forget the wars, the crimes against humanity. And we can't forget that. And when I talk about the research that Jose and Clint and their research assistant Sandro Leandro put together for us, like they're all primary sourced. They're all, the verified information. And so to know that that was of the utmost importance to them, that we weren't just creating this piece of art based on rumors and conjecture and well, I heard this, like that they really wanted that as a foundation for us is really important. And we just, while this is not a documentary, while it is a piece of incredible art, we want it to hit people in a visceral way. And that's what we hope to create with this piece.
Mhm. When you staged the first play in 2013, the president was Noynoy Aquino, and this year it's the son of Ferdinand Marcos. Do you
Yeah.
think the political climate will change the reception to the play, or it doesn't really matter?
I'm not sure, I don't know how many uh Filipinos from the Philippines are going to get a chance to see it. I know there's been, it feels like there's been some reaction because they just hear that it's a play about the Marcoses, but I feel like it's so much more. And to me, it's more a play about the people and the power of the people to use their voice and to stand up for what they believe is right. I know that the current president was, elected in a very popular, millions of votes. But I also know that there are many Filipinos who still remember, who remember the history and want to continue educating those around them.
Mhm. Where were you during the People's Power Revolution?
I was in the States and I was a child, but I do remember seeing the assassination of Ninoy on the news. I remember my parents and my grandparents, my aunts and uncles just gathered around the TV and watching what was happening and kind of like paying attention to everything that was happening back home. And so yeah, I was in the States during the time, but I remember how much it impacted them and how much uh, uh it was seen around the world.
Hmm. And how much do you know of Australia during your research and before you performed her?
I
Okay.
mean, there isn't a whole lot. There's a bit in Carmen Pedrosa's book, and it talks about her and her relationship with Imelda. But after she was, I believe she was put on house arrest after, the Marcoses, just, they didn't want the book to be released. And they didn't like the fact that she was speaking with press or with an author. Um, but then beyond that, there isn't a whole lot of documentation about her. So a lot of it is for me, kind of imagining, but also just seeing her as like seeing the character as a symbol of the people, the people who loved the Marcoses. They were very popular. They entrusted them to really put their country first, and then they felt the betrayal. And so I feel like that storyline kind of parallels the heart of the people, and that's what I really take with me on this journey.
And you have worked before with Ruthie Ann Miles as Imelda. How was it working now with Ariel Jacobs?
Ariel is so lovely, like one of the kindest, calm people. Like for someone who's carrying a show, she has such an ease about her, and yet she's incredibly focused. She's so specific. She's got an incredible voice, and she's just one of the loveliest people. And I'm I love Ruthie. Ruthie is like one of my dearest friends, and I'm so excited that she's got so many incredible things on her plate, and know that she's an artist for, that I will admire for the rest of my life. And to get to have the opportunity to work with Ariel has just been so lovely. It's different because it's supposed to be different. And so it's so exciting to see what she brings to the table, her ideas, and her voice, and her just her openness and willingness to explore and grow. I'm very excited for to see, because we're just in the beginning of our preview process. So to see how it's going to continue to grow and to deepen, I'm thrilled to be able to witness it and to share in that experience with her.
And do you have a shorthand now with Jose Liana and Conrad Ricamora, who are reprising their roles as well, and with the director Alex Timbers?
Yeah, I mean, there are times where it does feel like we're riding a bike, right? Where it
Yeah.
feels like we've done this, so it allows us to kind of deepen the work. But then there are also times like even before last night's show, they made some big major changes to some of the blocking. So it's like this thing that we've done a certain way for so long. Alex is shaking it up, but also like for reasons, not just to make things different, but to really take in the new space, to take in the new perspectives of audience members and all levels. Some of the staging is changing, some of the way that we're presenting things and in the storytelling is changing and evolving, and so that's very exciting. But there is a little bit of a shorthand in that, like, it's kind of in our bones. But then we're allowing ourselves to kind of think outside the box a little bit too.
And what do you look forward to in working with Lea Salonga in this musical?
Oh, well, she's been here like during rehearsals and everything, and will be joining us on July 11th. But she is the funniest. She has seen it all, and she is such a wonderful Adele to us on this show. She brings such a great perspective. She brings so much joy, so much enthusiasm. We have like a group WhatsApp chat, and she's always jumping in, even when she's out of town. She's like, I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's going on. So she's incredibly involved and so fun to work with. And I actually, during our rehearsal process, we went to see a show together, and she's the best audience member too. She just like lights up, laughs loud, like cheers and screams. I'm like, I'm always happy to have Leia on our side.
Well, thank you very much. More power to you guys, and hope to see you again, Melody.
Maraming salamat. So great to see you. Thank you. Do
Okay,
I see you on this Zoom?
stay here. Ruben's coming.
Maraming salamat. Bye.